Welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to talk about things to do in London in June 2022. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. Plan an exciting June in London with our guide to the greatest art exhibitions, plays, and other social gatherings going place in June 2022. June is one of those months that is full of anticipation but also tinged with apprehension. It's that school's out feeling until you remember that you graduated from high school years ago and that adult summer vacations don't exist. Number 9. Catch Amy Adams' long-awaited London stage debut. Although the pandemic robbed us of Ivo van Hove's Isabelle Huppert starring version, which was meant to come to the Barbican in 2020 and surely isn't any time soon if ever, there hasn't been a significant London production of Tennessee Williams's The Glass Menagerie since John Tiffany's beautiful 2017 interpretation. But in 2022, Jeremy Herron will direct the magnificent Amy Adams, 6 Oscar nominees and 6 times robbed, in her London stage debut as Amanda Wingate, the monstrous southern matriarch, based on William's mother, whose suffocating love leaves her children Laura and her Tom deeply emotionally scarred. The 1944 hit, William's first and possibly best, is a memory play, taking place in Tom's remembrance rather than in the present. Normally, a single older actor plays both the Tom who reflects on events and the Tom who enacts them, but in Herron's new version, the roles will be split, with Paul Hilton portraying the elder Tom and Tom Glyn Carney playing the younger. Laura will be played by newcomer Lizzie Annie, who has cerebral palsy, while the gentleman caller will be played by Victor Ali. Number 8. Take in a dark comedy with David Harbour and Bill Pullman. Teresa Rebeck, a prolific American playwright, has had her greatest success over the pond, with several of her Broadway blockbusters never making it to the UK. But here's a rare West End world premiere for one of her works, albeit one starring 2 heavyweight American actors. Madhouse, starring David Harbour and Bill Pullman, is a dark comedy about a group of brothers who gather at their dying father's rural Pennsylvania home to divide his estate. Michael, one of the siblings, will be played by Harbour, while Daniel, the dying father, will be played by Pullman. Moritz von Stuelpnagel, Rebeck's usual collaborator, directs. Number 7. Check out the revival of Chekhov's masterpiece halted by the pandemic. The Seagull takes flight once more. Emilia Clarke made her West End debut in the Jamie Lloyd Company's 2020 production of Chekhov's classic, which began previews before being shut down by the pandemic the week it was set to premiere. Now it's back, with a nearly unchanged cast led by Clarke, who'll be swapping dragon riding for the role of vain young actress Nina in Anya Reese's adaptation of Chekhov's renowned play, presumably the same one that played at Southwark Playhouse in the 2012, starring a young Lily James. Tom Rhys-Harries, Trigorin, Daniel Monks, Constantine, Indira Varma, Arkadina, and Sophie Wu, Masha, will join her, with further parts to be determined. Lloyd directs, while Sutra Gilmore designs, as usual. Number 6. Catch a glimpse of one of the strangest, most striking stage actors around. Although all Globe Outdoor productions are equal, some are more equal than others, and it's difficult to imagine this production of King Lear, featuring Kathryn Hunter in the title role, as anything other than the season's flagship play. Hunter is one of the most bizarre and stunning stage actors of her generation, and her cult reputation has been threatened by her lauded performance as all 3 weird sisters in Joel Coen's Denzel Washington starring Macbeth. Her rugged wildness is well suited to Shakespeare's fundamental tragedy of old age, and she'll be joined by Globe boss Michelle Terry, who will co-star in the dual parts of The Fool and Cordelia, underscoring the fact that it's a special production. Helena Kaut-Hausen, a veteran Anglo-Polish director, is in charge, with Pavel Dobrzycki's design. Number 5. Take a deep dive into 5 centuries of UK news coverage. From the Great Fire of London to Black Lives Matter, via Jack the Ripper, the Profumo Affair, and the Grenfell Tower Fire, this fascinating exhibition explores 5 centuries of British news coverage. The goal is to challenge and transform how we think about the news by asking hard questions about what gets reported, and what doesn't, and why. It should be approached with an open mind. Number 4. Experience a world-first exhibition about the ASMR phenomenon. ASMR has swept the internet in recent years, introducing millions of people to the concept of autonomous sensory meridian response, ASMR, which is a physical sense of tingling, pleasure, or relaxation induced by sound, touch, and movement. This world-first exhibition, created in collaboration with Arc Des, the Swedish Centre for Architecture and Design, and set to open in October, explores how people are creating sensory responses with new and existing tools and materials, as well as the emerging field of creativity that has sprung up around the internet phenomenon. Prepare to get tingly as the exhibition takes the world of ASMR away from the screen and into an acoustically calibrated physical setting. We have no idea what that means, but it sounds fantastic. Number 3. Rethink your conceptions of menswear at a landmark fashion exhibition. This exhibition establishes right away that menswear is more than just suits. Linen shirts with billowing sleeves, spandex binders, eggshell-embroidered coats, and dramatic, corseted gowns are all part of the collection. From the Renaissance to the present, this exhibition examines the European aesthetic traditions and experimentation that have defined and fought masculinity. Undressed opens the exhibition, which is divided into 3 rooms. On towering platforms, plasters of ancient sculptures dominate the presentation of clothing, underwear, and photos. There's a 1947 woven jockstrap, a transparent Virgil Abloh jacket, and Anthony Patrick Maneri's hypnotic 2-minute film of leaping nude bodies rippling in all their plump, hairy elegance. This is perhaps the exhibition's closest approach to embracing body diversity. Fashion, on the other hand, has a lot to do with it. The curation is excellent. The juxtaposition of Albrecht Dürer's 1534 studies of human proportion with a deconstructed Action Man doll is an illustration of how history and contemporary culture are seamlessly interwoven. With amazing embroidered cloaks, complex Baroque portraits, and an Italian restyling of a Chinese dragon court robe, the second chamber, overdressed, is a statement of flamboyance, luxury, and color. There's also a section dedicated to pink, as well as Harry Styles' famed blue velvet Gucci outfit. Where do you and the horrifically unfashionable clothes you're wearing fit into all of this? Redressed, the final portion, begins with a major concentration on British textiles such as Fair Isle, tweed, tartan, and the Burberry check. There is some coverage of 20th century subcultures, although it is probably insufficient, given the importance of streetwear on today's runways. Then comes the suit, which there are plenty of. The most exciting part is seeing how contemporary menswear designers have reinvented the suit. Rick Owens' cheeky zipped bum flap, Jean-Paul Gaultier's sari-inspired ensemble, and Heide Ackermann's glistening sequined ensemble, as worn by Timothée Chalamet on the red carpet for the June premiere. At the very end, a large-scale projection of a Quentin Jones film with a piercing soundtrack greets you. 3 final outfits are on display, all dresses, all recently worn by famous pop culture figures. But perhaps the huge mirror in which everything is reflected, surrounding you in a picture of couture and contorted bodies, is just as poignant. Where do you and the horrifically unfashionable clothes you're wearing fit into all of this? This exhibition is a statement of the times, at a time when male pop singers are wearing dresses on the cover of Vogue and guys are trending on TikTok for wearing skirts, when more and more designers are revealing gender-neutral collections and non-binary drag stars are walking fashion weeks. Menswear is as fluid as we want it to be, to the point where the phrase has become degraded, if not obsolete. Number 2. Enjoy pub grab and bants in the great outdoors. Pub in the Park is a touring food and music festival presented by Michelin-starred chef and longtime Great British Menu, Judge Tom Kerridge, that seeks to bring a convivial public house ambience to the great outdoors with tons of tasty pub foods and equally intriguing live acts. Throughout the summer, it will visit 3 distinct London locations: Wimbledon on May 27 to 29, Dulwich on June 24 to 26, and Chiswick on September 2 to 4. Top London chefs like Atul Kokkar and Angela Hartnett, as well as a slew of London culinary favourites including Hoppers, Q Point, and the Princess of Shoreditch, will be cooking up a storm during the festival. They're just a few of the 39 eateries that will take part in the 9-stop tour this summer, with a menu that includes 150 different dishes in all, making it the UK's largest travelling culinary event. Craig David, Sister Sledge, Soul 2 Soul Sound System, Basement Jaxx, and Sophie Ellis-Bextor are among the artists set to perform at the tour's London stops. Number 1. Eat, drink and be merry at a Jubilee Weekend food and music fest. Listen, we all enjoy eating. Music is something we all enjoy. The Foodies Festival brings the two together in a jam-packed schedule of eating, drinking, and food-inspired entertainment, and it all sounds delicious. The 2022 event will return to London with a 3-day takeover of Syon Park, taking full advantage of the Jubilee Bank holiday weekend in June. Celebrity chefs ranging from Great British Bake Off contestants to MasterChef, the professionals champion Daniel Lee will provide top-notch entertainment, while street food booths and the feasting tent will keep stomachs full. The cookbook shop will be open for all of your recipe requirements, and there will even be a chance to compete against global chili eating champion Shahina Wasim if you're feeling extra hot. Children may join in the gastronomic fun at the Kids Cookery Theatre, while adults can drink up the mood with newly released wines, champagnes, and cocktails at pop-up bars and the Drinks Theatre. Scouting for Girls, Lee Rihanna and Simon Webb from Blue, as well as a lineup of rising talent on the Musicians Against Homelessness stage, will provide the music to all of this, and more. So that's it for today. What do you think of our video? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and would like to hear more from us, please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications before you go. Thank you so much for watching us.